A cordial greeting. Today is Saturday, July 6, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. In this video, I will be updating the forecast related to Tropical Storm Beryl, which continues its movement towards the northwest and will eventually reach the Texas coast during the morning hours of Monday. Fortunately, Tropical Storm Beryl is having difficulties re-intensifying over the waters of the Gulf of Mexico after crossing the Yucatan Peninsula, where it quickly weakened as it moved overland and entered the Gulf of Mexico quite disorganized. The center of circulation is located approximately in this area, and we can see that the area of thunderstorms and rains remains displaced to the north-northwest of the circulation, which means that dry air continues to enter through the southeast of the circulation. This can be seen in the water vapor satellite animation, where these red colors represent dry air entering the circulation. This is a major impediment to intensification. However, residents of Texas should not let their guard down because on Sunday afternoon, the storm should begin a rapid strengthening process as it approaches the Texas coast. So we still project that it will arrive as a Category 1 hurricane and possibly as a Category 2 hurricane. But the good news is that for now, we rule out it arriving as a Category 3 hurricane. In general, we continue with good consensus that it will maintain this northwesterly movement over the next 48 hours before making a more northerly turn, reaching somewhere between Corpus Christi and Houston during the morning hours of Monday. Additionally, given how weak Tropical Storm Beryl remains, the intensity projections show that most models project it will arrive as a tropical storm or Category 1 hurricane on the Texas coast. However, we project that these models will change over the coming days and show a Category 1 hurricane when it reaches Texas. This is why the National Hurricane Center projects it will arrive with maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. Here we have the official bulletin from the National Hurricane Center, maintaining a hurricane watch covering from Tamaulipas to Houston, although the forecast indicates that the center of circulation will enter just northeast of Corpus Christi. The future hurricane should approach the area during the morning hours of Monday, making landfall approximately at 1 p.m. local time. Then the circulation will move over eastern Texas and eventually over Arkansas, leaving heavy rains and winds along its path. So it is important for residents of the Texas coast to prepare for strong winds, as there is also a high risk of flooding across eastern Texas and southern Arkansas. Let's look at some projections from global models. Here we have the projection from the American GFS model. Note that particularly from Sunday afternoon, Tropical Storm Beryl is expected to strengthen rapidly during the 12 hours before making landfall in Texas. In this case, the model projects it will arrive as a Category 1 hurricane, entering just east and northeast of Corpus Christi. Additionally, the European model projects that as it approaches Texas, it will also strengthen rapidly, in this case as a Category 2 hurricane, entering south of Houston around 1 p.m. on Monday. In the worst-case scenario, the German model shows it could intensify into a strong Category 2 hurricane, entering over Houston. Although at the moment this is the least likely scenario, we cannot rule out it strengthening more than anticipated, so it will be very important to see what happens today with Tropical Storm Beryl. But regardless of how strong it gets when it reaches Texas, a heavy rain event is expected across eastern Texas. For example, the GFS model continues to project between 4 to 10 inches of rain in some sectors of eastern Texas, including cities like Austin, Waco, and Corpus Christi. Additionally, the European model also projects between 5 to 12 inches of rain affecting eastern Texas and sectors of southern and southwestern Arkansas. So do not underestimate this hurricane, especially if you live in a flood-prone area across eastern Texas and southern and southwestern Arkansas. In general, see the maximum wind gusts anticipated in Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana, where the center of circulation is entering. Some wind gusts between 80 to 90 miles per hour are expected, while as it moves inland, some wind gusts between 40 to 60 miles per hour can be reported across eastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, and southwestern Arkansas. Additionally, dangerous storm surges are expected along the entire Texas coast from Brownsville to Galveston, with heights between 1 to 5 feet, with the maximum depending on exactly where the center of circulation enters, as the right side should receive some storm surges near 5 to 6 feet high. So anticipate coastal flooding. On the other hand, there is also a high risk of tornado formation when the center of circulation enters and crosses over eastern Texas, potentially affecting cities like Lufkin, Huntsville, Houston, Victoria, and Corpus Christi. Along the Gulf of Mexico coast from northern Tamaulipas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, strong rip currents and surf are expected, so exercise caution if you plan to visit the beaches during these days. In general, the most significant effects will be felt in the sectors where the center of circulation enters, but moderate effects will be felt across eastern Texas and central or western United States, with potential flooding, landslides, and strong winds that can cause power outages in some sectors. So please do not underestimate this future hurricane and prepare, especially if you live across eastern and coastal Texas. I will update this forecast this afternoon, so don't forget to check if you are subscribed to my channel. Go to the bottom of the video, click the red button that says subscribe, and then click the bell to receive notifications when I record new videos. Until the next video, I hope everyone has an excellent day. See you later.